So you're probably wondering what a hybrid Porsche sounds like. Have they lost it? Does it sound like an actual Porsche? Well, take a listen. So that was the Levante. That sounded so sick. This one, let's hear it. What is up, internet world, and welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you the 2022 Cayenne E-Hybrid. So our good buddies Jacob and Yuri from the Straight Pipes spec'd out this Canadian press car, and let's see all the tidbits they added. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, guys, you did not skimp out when talking about options. This thing, as spec'd, is $153,000 Canadian, and when they start at $105,000, it's a Porsche. Deep pockets is what you need to have. So if you know nothing about the Cayenne, it is Canada's second best-selling Porsche after the Macan. You see, they have different models. They have 18 to be exact, and 9 of them are coupe style. And if you want to know all about the regular version, well, we've done a GTS already on the interwebs, and it's doing fairly well. Click here. So today, all we're going to talk about is the E-Hybrid. So Porsche offers the Cayenne Hybrid with 2 powertrain options. This one is the turbo V6 that gives you 335 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque out of the engine. And then they slap the electric motor that produces 134 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque to give you a total of 455 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. And it propels this beast to 60 in 4.7 seconds. So when driving in e-power mode, the Cayenne can hit a max speed of 135 kilometers an hour before the engine kicks in, and that can theoretically drive you 44 kilometers on a full battery. And that is because Porsche replaced the 14.1 kilowatt battery on its old model with this brand new, bigger 17.9 unit for the plug-in hybrid. In the 2022 Porsche E-Hybrid Cayenne, foot to the ground, performance start. Let's go. Not bad, not bad. This thing is so deceiving. I blew right past 60. Smoothness is key because this thing does not have a PDK. This thing does have a regular automatic transmission, but it's still pretty fast. So you have 4 different drive modes. You have Sport, Sport Plus, E-Power that keeps it completely in battery mode, and then there's hybrid, which obviously does both battery and gas. And you've got these little cool green bars that show you how much e-power you're using. It's just, oh my God, it's just smooth, easy, no stress behind it. Interestingly enough, when driving in Sport Plus, you're able to recharge the battery with the excess energy generated by the engine. However, aren't you wasting more gas in Sport Plus mode? So kind of counterproductive, don't you think? And you can also build up charge from the E-Charge mode, which is hiding in the PCM. Oh, it's deceivingly fast, and it's smooth. So far, I haven't found a Porsche I do not like, and this is the problem. I feel like I'm talking like a sales guy, but this thing weighs like over 5,000 pounds, and it doesn't feel that way. I mean, there's a little bit of weight to it, but it feels around 4,000 pounds. They just do such a good job on like selectively making cars drive well. So the front is pretty much the exact same as all Porsche Cayennes, except this one is carmine red, if you'd like to know. So this 2022 has 22-inch black wheels, and it has acid green brakes. There's lots of acid green touches in this Cayenne. Coupe. The cool part though is check out this carbon fiber roof. Not because it's carbon fiber, but the way it slopes and slants from the side. You can see this slopiness and the carbon is exposed. That is sick. Also, the design of this coupe is really nice. It's not boxy, it's just flared, clean, and way nicer in the back than that Modena S. So interestingly enough, what does Porsche do better than anybody else? Yes, they do charge a ton of money for options that you want to buy, but what it allows you to do is be selective on the options you want. You see, most manufacturers give you everything compiled together and then you can pick and choose packages, which are kind of annoying because you don't want all of it, but Porsche allows you to pick and choose, you know, $500 here, $800 there, $15,000 here, $25,000 there, but you can pick. And when touching the side cladding like an Audi Allroad, this is really smooth and nice. Don't hit gravel, please don't hit gravel, because you flow all the way back, all the way up and over and into the back bumper. So the back of the hybrid, I do like the way the coupe looks. I like the styling. I like how they've pieced it all together. They've done a really good job as time goes on to make the back of coupes look good. So how much can this tow? This thing can tow 7,700 pounds, and if you got the turbo version, you can tow 6,600 pounds. This thing also is available with air suspension. And the cool part about it is on a base, you can get sport exhaust as an option. That is pretty cool. How much room do we have in the back of the Cayenne Hybrid? Well, you have 41 wide and about 44 deep. And if you want to put stuff in the trunk that flows through the back seats, you've got 40, 20, 40, and you can fold these bad boys down. Now you know. Back seat of the Cayenne Coupe. Check seats. This is a really cool option, boys. I love it. I love the crested headrest in the back here. Primo, no doubt it's awesome. Even this cool Alcantara headliner. At first, until you get claustrophobic and realize there's no sunroof, and you're like, get me out of here. And you look back and you're like, what a small window. Get me out of here. These big seats in front block my visibility. So even though I do have the headroom, which is great, visually I feel kind of trapped. But that's okay, because I'm in a 4-passenger this time. You can get in a 5-passenger, but the two guys in the back can have 2 USBs right here, USB-Cs. To the front. Ooh, the interior front seat of the E-Hybrid Coupe. Cool seats, man. I love these seats. I would have loved it if you can get on something that's like 30 grand so all of us could afford it, but 150 it is. Also, when I open the door on the sill, it says Cayenne in acid green. On the cluster, all the needles are in acid green. The battery is in acid green. When I flow through the menus and look through different energy flows and consumption, it's in acid green. Even the chrono is in acid green. Cool. What's not cool though is that for this kind of money, you can change this little panel because I can see sport that is no longer existing. And I can see steering, automatic steering, that is no longer existing. Pull out the panel, put a new one in, my opinion. I like the fact there's carbon all the way through. And yes, I can put my booty in, connect to Apple wireless CarPlay and wired Android Auto, and I can get a bunch of different seating options, a bunch of different interior colors. There's so much customization at the end of the day, but not everything's a win. Price is obviously a huge factor. The fact this thing feels claustrophobic is a huge factor. The only real benefit is that it sits higher. So if you want to sit higher and you want a little bit more space, well, then you get one of these things. And this does look a little bit better than the regular Cayenne in my opinion, but you lose a ton of trunk room, and that's the pretty tough one to swallow when you spend this kind of money. Remember, they're almost 2 years out in production. So you want one, you gotta wait 2 years for a Porsche. Obviously, depending on which model, there are obviously a couple on the showroom floor, but for the most part, you can't get them. What a life. Thanks for watching.